Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah.
And I'm Bill, your co-host. Thanks for tuning in today.
If you're someone who's learning English and you want to speak more fluently, naturally, and confidently, then you're in the right place.
Absolutely. In today's episode, we're talking about a super powerful technique called chunking. It's one of the easiest ways to start sounding more like a native speaker without memorizing 1,000 grammar rules.
Yeah, we'll explain what chunking is, why it works, and how you can use it in your daily conversations to speak smoother and faster.
So, whether you're a beginner or you've been learning for a while, stay with us. This is going to make a real difference in how you speak English.
All right, let's get started.
So, Sarah, have you ever had one of those moments where you're trying to speak a new language and suddenly your brain just freezes? So, Sarah, have you ever had one of those moments where you're trying to speak a new language and suddenly your brain just freezes?
Oh, yes, so many times. I remember trying to order coffee in French once, and I was translating every single word in my head. By the time I spoke, the barista was already helping the next customer.
Ha ha ha. I can totally relate. I used to do that in Spanish. I'd think, I want a sandwich, and say it word by word. Super slow and awkward.
Exactly. That's what happens when you try to build sentences from individual words. It's like trying to build a house brick by brick while someone is waiting for you to move in.
Haha, great example. That's where chunking comes in. It helps you speak in full, ready-made phrases, not just isolated words.
Right. And when you speak in chunks, you don't have to stop and think every second. It feels more natural, like you're actually talking, not translating.
And we're going to show you exactly how to do that today.
All right, so let's break it down. What exactly is chunking?
Chunking is the idea of learning and using groups of words together as a single unit, rather than learning individual words one by one.
Exactly. Instead of thinking, I plus am plus going plus to plus the plus store, you just learn the phrase I'm going to the store as one whole chunk.
Right. That way, you're not trying to build a sentence piece by piece. You already have a full package ready to go.
And the best part? Native speakers use chunks all the time. Think about phrases like how's it going? At the end of the day, or it depends on, these are all chunks.
Yeah, and learners who focus on chunking often sound much more natural because they're using real English, not just perfect grammar rules.
You don't need to know every single word's grammar function. You just need to know that the phrase nice to meet you is something you say when greeting someone.
Exactly. Chunking helps you focus on how English is actually used, not just how it's written in textbooks.
So in short, chunking means speaking in phrases, not pieces, and that's the key to sounding fluent.
So, now that we know what chunking is, let's talk about why it's so powerful for fluency.
Yeah, and the answer is simple. It saves brain power. When you speak using chunks, your brain doesn't have to stop and think about every word or grammar rule.
Exactly. It's like driving a car. You don't think about every little move. You just drive because you've practiced the patterns.
Great example. With chunking, you're practicing language patterns, not just words. And that helps you respond faster and more confidently in real conversations.
Right. Let's say someone asks, "What do you do?" If you've memorized the chunk, I work as a you can just plug in your job. Boom, fluent.
Instead of thinking, I am a teacher, wait, is that right? You already have a phrase ready to go. That's the magic of chunking.
It also helps with listening, by the way. When you know common chunks, your brain can catch full phrases instead of trying to process every word.
Yes, you start to hear English in phrases, which makes everything feel smoother and easier.
So bottom line, chunking makes you faster, more natural, and more confident when speaking and listening in English.
Couldn't agree more. So now you might be wondering, what kinds of chunks should I learn?
Great question. There are actually a few different types of chunks, and learning all of them will really boost your fluency.
Let's start with functional chunks. These are phrases we use to do things, like ordering, requesting, or offering. For example, can I get a I'd like to, or could you please?
Right. Instead of just knowing the word coffee, you can say, "Can I get a coffee, please?" A full chunk that sounds natural and polite.
Then we have social chunks. These are phrases we use in conversations like greetings or small talk. For example, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Long time no see.
These are super common, and they help you sound friendly and confident, just like a native speaker.
Next up, connector chunks. These help you link your ideas when speaking. Phrases like on the other hand, as a matter of fact, or to be honest.
Yeah, these are great when you're telling stories, sharing opinions, or explaining something. They make your speaking flow more smoothly.
So to recap, focus on functional chunks, social chunks, and connectors. Each type helps in a different way, but together they're your secret weapon for fluency.
And the more of these chunks you learn and practice, the more natural your English will sound.
All right, now it's time to practice. We're going to give you some useful chunks, explain them, and give you a chance to repeat after us.
So if you're listening at home or even walking outside, just say the phrases out loud with us. Let's train your brain to speak in chunks.
Let's start with a common chunk. Can I get a... This is great for ordering food, drinks, or anything really.
Like, can I get a coffee? Now let's break it down. Don't say just coffee. Say the whole chunk, can I get a coffee?
All right, listeners, your turn. Say it with me. Can I get a coffee?
Nice. Try it again with something else. Can I get a sandwich?
Perfect. You're already sounding smoother.
Next one. I'm looking forward to. We use this to talk about something we're excited about.
Like, I'm looking forward to the weekend, or I'm looking forward to meeting you.
Let's try it together. I'm looking forward to meeting you.
Again, I'm looking forward to the weekend. Now let's try a connector chunk. To be honest, you can use this when you want to say something directly or share your real opinion.
Like, to be honest, I didn't like the movie.
Your turn, say it with me. To be honest, I didn't like the movie.
Now try creating your own sentence. Start with, to be honest, and finish it with your own idea.
Great job. That's exactly how you train your brain to speak in chunks, repeat, reuse, and personalize.
And remember, don't just repeat once. Practice these chunks daily until they become automatic.
All right, now that you've practiced a few chunks, let's talk about how you can learn and remember more of them in your daily life.
Tip number 1. Listen to real English podcasts, movies, YouTube videos, anything. Pay attention to the phrases people use again and again.
Yes, don't just focus on vocabulary, focus on how people say things. Write down useful chunks you hear like that sounds great or let me think about it.
Tip number 2. Try the shadowing technique. That means listening to a sentence and repeating it out loud immediately, trying to match the speaker's tone and rhythm.
Exactly. Shadowing helps train your mouth and brain to speak naturally using full chunks instead of thinking word by word.
Tip number 3. Keep a chunk diary. Every time you hear a new useful phrase, write it down. Review it every day and use those phrases in your own sentences.
And finally, practice with people. Use your chunks in conversation. Even if you only know a few, use them often so they become automatic.
Start small, repeat often, and don't worry about being perfect. The goal is to sound natural, not textbook perfect.
Exactly. Little by little, these chunks will become part of your daily English, and you'll be speaking faster, easier, and more fluently. All right, let's quickly recap what we talked about today.
We learned that chunking means speaking in phrases, not individual words. It helps you sound more natural and speak faster, just like native speakers.
We also looked at different types of chunks, functional, social, and connectors, and we practiced using them together.
And remember, the key to fluency isn't learning more words. It's learning how words work together.
Exactly. So start small, choose a few chunks, practice them daily, and use them in real conversations.
Don't worry if you make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process. The more you use chunks, the more confident you'll become.
You're doing great. Keep going. Fluency isn't far away when you take it one chunk at a time.
Thanks for joining us today on the English Learning Podcast. We hope you enjoyed learning about chunking.
If you found this helpful, don't forget to follow or subscribe and share this episode with a friend who's learning English too.
And stay tuned. Our next episode will give you real-life examples of chunking in conversations so you can level up even more.